my new phone case came in. Look, it's Anastasia. Ah! Hey guys! So very literally about an hour and a half ago, I finished watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the series. As many of you who've been watching Veda know, I hadn't watched it before, so this is like my first initial reaction sort of thing. I thought it would be fun today to reflect upon the series that it has been by giving you guys my top 10 favorite episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I will preface this by saying that if you haven't watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer and you don't want anything to be spoiled for you, don't watch this video. Don't watch it. But I highly recommend that you go and watch the show. Number 10, School Hard. It is on my list because it is the first time that Spike and Drew are introduced, and Spike was probably my favorite character in the entire show, so the show was changed forever by him being there. Plus, his first monologue that he ever did on the show was amazing. I was like, oh my god, I'm on board with you here. Number 9, Passion. Jenny finds a way to give Angel his soul back, and Angel kills her before she can do it, and then he displays it in Giles' bedroom. Guys, I shipped Jenny and Giles so hard. The moment Giles is upset, I'm like, Giles! Number 8, Halloween! The character Ethan is introduced for the first time, and he sets a spell where everybody on Halloween turns into the costume that they are wearing. It actually ends up being a pretty important episode because Xander uses all the soldier sort of knowledge that he has for the rest of the series. Every once in a while he'll just be like, oh yeah, I know how to arm that gun from my soldier days. I'm pretty sure that's also one of the first times where I was like, Cordelia and Xander know. Willow's wearing the hot outfit and she's like in charge of herself. She is her own woman. I was into it.
You ship Xander with literally everyone.
I do ship Xander with everyone. I ship Xander with everybody. Number 7 is Doppelgangland. It's when Vampire Willow from the other dimension comes into our world, and Willow and Vampire Willow have all of these confrontations with one another. And now that I think about it, it's the first indication that we get that Willow might be gay. Whoa! That's a huge revelation that I just had. I totally forgot that they like snuck that in there. Joss Whedon, you smarty pants. Number 6 is a two-parter, but I'm counting it as one episode, is Surprise and Innocence. In this series-changing two-parter, Angel and Buffy have sex, and we learn that if Angel has one moment of pure happiness where he forgets that he's a vampire, that he will lose his soul, and that's what happens. First of all, that was a brilliant twist to the damn series. Like, I did not see that coming. Second off, it also made the rest of the series kind of possible because if Angel hadn't lost his soul, there's a very good chance that Angel and Buffy might have just been with one another for the next 6 seasons. Like, that really was a game changer. Number 5 is Villains. It's the episode right after Tara is shot, and it's the first time that we see that Willow really truly has something dark inside of her and that she is one of the most powerful witches alive. Something little that I also really love from this episode is that when Giles comes back, he makes the most badass entrance. I tell you, the show is not lacking girl power. Episode 4 is the Zeppo. When this came along in season 3, I was like ready for Xander to have his own episode. I was like, yes, it's about time. He went off and had his own adventure, and he ended up like hanging out with this demon collective at school, and then he had sex for the first time, which was so funny, with Faith, and they're just like, it was a whole collection of things that happened to Xander, and it was so nice to see him have his own moment of glory. Number 3, The Body. To refresh your mind, Buffy's mom dies, and this episode has no music. Most of the takes are very long takes in which they just have like a handheld camera filming. This episode ends up being the most realistic episode in the whole series because her mom isn't killed by a demon. Her mom isn't killed by any sort of supernatural thing. Anya also has one of my favorite moments in the series in that episode. He has this beautiful monologue in which she gets herself all worked up in front of Willow and Xander and Tara, and it's really beautiful. It's also the first time that we see Tara and Willow kiss, which is a pretty big deal. Number 2, Hush. It was a silent episode. Some talking in the beginning and some talking in the end, but the majority of the episode, no one can speak because the demon that comes in takes people's voices, and the only thing that can kill the demon is a scream. This, of course, allowed for amazing physical comedy from all of the actors, and it felt very silent movie-esque, which was really fun. That and just the whole look of the demons themselves. They were like kind of guys in tuxedos that just kind of looked like they were skeletons for heads, and they walked around and they had the weird, like, almost toothless smile of like... That's my impression of that demon. And now for my number 1 favorite episode, Once More with Feeling. Yes, this was the musical episode. It is the hokiest episode of all of the series, but it is amazing in the fact that it, first of all, is the best musical episode that has ever been done on television. Sorry, Glee, but it is. Anya has an amazing song about bunnies. I loved the part where Spike is trying not to sing and he's trying to get Buffy out because he knows he'll start singing about how much he loves her, and he's trying to get her out and she won't leave, and sure enough, he starts singing. And I also really liked how they used it to move the plot and move the characters. Overall, it had a lot of really like true to Buffy things in it, and it was so much fun. And I loved it. I loved it. And it's the episode that I want to rewatch over and over and over again. And that's why it's my number 1. That's my top 10 list of favorite episodes of Buffy. I'm sure that there are other episodes that I loved that probably would be on that list, but those are what came to mind. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite episodes are. I would love to know. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!